Hi everyone, welcome back to week 2. What a great week. We had our student council elections and we had our amazing team building day. Thank you to Mr. Zalter, Mr. Jeff Zalter, for leading and really planning team building day, and to all our wonderful students who worked so hard and had so much fun at Churchill Park. I just want to share with you a short little piece from this week's Parsha, Parshat Ki Teitzei, and it speaks about how we should relate to other people, not just ourselves in our own community, but as well to other nations. And it speaks about the Egyptians, and we all know the story about the Jews and the Egyptians. We kind of stayed in their land. They were our hosts, and the Torah mentions don't reject them. So Rashi actually discusses this more in depth, and that's why is the Torah saying don't reject them. If they were such a nice host to us, maybe we should find a nicer way, be more appreciative. And if they weren't such a nice host, maybe we should just be straight out and say, reject them. So why is the Torah saying don't reject them? So one of the answers is on the concept of hakarat tov. Hakara is to recognize, tov means the good, is to recognize the good in every situation. And we were in exile for 210 years, and we spent that time in Egypt. And you can look at all the bad things that happened to us and all the selfish reasons the Egyptians hosted us in Egypt. Maybe for their economy, maybe for their country to grow, maybe to make more money. And yeah, it was a really terrible time for the Jews. But at the same time, the concept of hakarat tov is to really recognize the good in that horrible situation. And the Jews spent a long time in Egypt under the crack of whips, and it's not such great times, but at the same time, we had a place to live, we had food to eat, and there are other good things that happened that led to us being around today. So within every bad situation, we need to recognize that there is good, and it might be very hard to do that, but looking back at a situation, we can always say, oh, I see how that situation happened. I don't fully understand, but I can recognize that there might have been some good that played out in that situation, and maybe made me a stronger person. So one of the lessons we can take out of this week's Parsha is to always have hakarat tov to people around us, to recognize the good that we have surrounding us in our life, from our family, to our friends, to our school, to our neighborhood and community. So always try, even in the difficult situations, to try and find something good and be thankful for it. Have yourself a Shabbat Shalom. Keep smiling.